While Sega may not be as well received now as they were in the past, its presence in video game history cannot be overlooked. During the infamous Bit Wars, Nintendo and Sega rose from the ashes to overcome the video game crash and bring back home console gaming to people all over the world. Sega tried their best to keep steady competition with Nintendo's SNES, Game Boy, as well as attempt to pull ahead of its rivals. However, Sega made several questionable marketing moves that caused them to lose millions as far as peripherals are concerned. And so in today's video, we'll be discussing Sega's unreleased console, the Sega Neptune. The Sega 32X is an add-on for the Mega Drive Genesis video game console. Codenamed Project Mars, the 32X was designed to expand the power of the Genesis and serve as a transitional console into the 32-bit era until the release of the Sega Saturn. Even though the 32X is an add-on, the 32X uses its own ROM cartridges and has its own library of games. The add-on was distributed under the name Super 32X in Japan, Genesis 32X in North America, Mega Drive 32X in the PAL region, and Mega 32X in Brazil. Now unfortunately, the 32X had its own additional AV and power source that need to be plugged in addition to the Sega Genesis, which is very inconvenient. I feel that Sega knew they messed up because soon after they announced a standalone 32X console called the Neptune. Some sources claim the intended name for the console in North America was Genesis 32X System. By the time a prototype came out, the Sega Saturn was ready for release. Sega felt that gamers would now not be suckered into buying the Sega Neptune if it had been released, so the project was scrapped. Plans for the system supposedly included the ability to play Sega Mega CD titles as well. Had the Neptune been released, it would have been available in late 1995 for $149.99 in the United States, rising to around $220 with a game, and £200 in the United Kingdom. The 32X version of Virtua Fighter was meant to debut alongside the system. In 2001, gaming magazine Electronic Gaming Monthly announced that prototype copies of the Neptune had been found at a warehouse and were up for sale to the public. This was an April Fool's joke, but generated a lot of buzz amongst the Sega community. Now, the Neptune did make some relevant features in a few video game magazines in the mid-90s. It is not known how many Neptune prototypes were made, however one easily identified by what appears to be splatters of white paint currently tours with the Video Game History Museum, appearing in locations such as the U.S. National Video Game Museum in Dallas, Texas, E3, Game Developers Conference, and the annual Classic Gaming Expo formed by the same people. The prototype isn't thought to contain any electronics, just a combination of wood and plastic to give the impression of the near final system. The Neptune's release into the wild is thought to have been caused by former Sega of America employee Clint Dyer, who is also thought to have sold several prototypes of unreleased Mega Drive and Mega CD games around 1999 and 2000, most notably Sonic Crackers. And that is all we know of the Sega Neptune. Thank you guys for watching. Follow us on Twitter and suggest any future videos for the channel. This has been Cabello, and I'll see you all next time.